Hello everyone, in this video we will learn about the remaining joins available in MySQL. The first one is the inner join. Inner join is used in like 9% of the cases. Some points to know about the inner join are: the inner join returns only the records that are matching in both the tables. So if there is a record in left table and the corresponding key is not present in the right table, the results won't return it and vice versa. The next one is you can do one inner join after another, so there is no limit. So I can basically plug the result and do another inner join. The third one is more the number of tables involved, lower the query. This is kind of expected and it's expected for almost all of the joins. Now let's see the syntax to perform an inner join. And it's fairly simple as you see on the screen. So the syntax is very similar to the left join. As you can see here, only thing that we have replaced the left thing by the inner join. Next, we will learn about Cartesian join or cross join. This is rarely used in practice. Some points to note about the Cartesian join are: each row of the first table joins all the rows of the second table. Second, it's computationally complicated as you are joining m into n number of rows. If m rows are there in the left table and n in the right table. For example, if there are 1 million rows in the first table and 1 million in the second, you will need to do 10 to the power 12 computations to just get this join. And the fourth one is, as I have already told, it's not frequently used anyways. Now let's see the syntax to perform a cross join. It's fairly simple. Just as a cross join in place of inner join, left join or right join, as you will see, and it does not have the on and the key clause. Next, we will learn about the right join. This is rarely used in practice and in fact it is very similar to the left join. You can in fact switch the tables to perform left join instead of right join, and that's what most of data scientists do. And that's the reason why this is rarely used. Some points to note about the right join are: it takes all the records from the right table and gets only the corresponding matching records from the left table. Second, only records matching to the right table are considered. And third, unlimited number of tables can be joined one after another. Now let's see the syntax to perform a right join. And again, it's very simple. Just it has the right join in place of your left join, as you can see here. Next, we will learn about self-join. Self-join is basically a scenario in which we join a table to itself. Now, it's understandable to join different tables since we need to get data from them in order to do analysis. But what really is the reason to do a self-join? Now, self-join is one of the most complex things MySQL offers. So my advice is use it only when you really think there is no other way left, as it's difficult to debug these queries. Sometimes the table structures also is self-referential, and in such a case you'll need to use self-joins. Now, where exactly it is used? Typically, it's used to create pairwise list on some columns with some functions applied to it. So let me give you an example. The example use case is, let's say we have players table from FIFA 19 dataset. I want to find their pairwise names of players which belong to the same club, or maybe I want to find the pairwise names of players whose age difference is less than 10. In such a case, you will use a self-join. To join a table by itself means that each row of the table is combined with itself and with every other row in the table. The self-join can be viewed as a join of two copies of the same table. The table is not actually copied, it will take a lot of time, but SQL performs the command as if they were copied. And the syntax looks like this. It's similar to joining two different tables. To distinguish the column names from one another, aliases of the actual table names are used, such as here, table as U and table as V, and then you have U.A and V.B. You can also write v.a here. Table name aliases are defined in the from clause. This is one nice property of SQL which allows you to make aliases for variables as well as tables themselves. Thank you for watching this video.